Want a mining job? Then this is how you can get one. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and today I just want to do a quick video on how a new starter can get into the hard rock underground mining industry. So if you go over to Seek and you type underground in and you hit the pink button and give it a spin, you'll see lots of jobs come up. And as you scroll down the page, there are different types of jobs, and you don't have to get down very far to see that they're looking for people. And that's BHP at Olympic Dam in South Australia that are looking for people there. Nipper and truck drivers, they're all looking for new starters to fill these positions. They put job ads in asking for experienced people, but the reality of the situation is that anybody that's driving a truck at the moment is trying to get onto service crew or nippering or the next step off a truck. Very rarely are people looking to jump from one truck job to another. Most of these companies are going to have to hire new starters to fill this role. And if you come down a bit further, truck driving jobs, off-siding jobs, entry level, KCA Site Services, this is the people that the sponsor has the partnership program with. They'll have a look at anybody that's completed the training that the sponsor offers, and with that it's all about being able to answer those mining questions. So if we go over and have a look at the training, and we'd have a look at the DIY Introduction to Underground Mining, there's 4 online courses, and it teaches you how the mine works and all the jobs that you're going to have to be expected to do as a nipper, a truck driver, or a member of service crew. So if we actually go into the course, and we'll go into, this is basic mine site operation, we'll go into the second module, and we'll have a look at the ground support unit. As you can see, there's lots of different units there that you have to do, and if you go into the ground support unit, it teaches a new starter everything they need to know about how the ground support's going to work, what a split set bolt is, how the jumbo's going to install it, what shotcrete is, why they put mesh up, how it all works. There's videos you can watch. I just need to turn the sound down on that one, that show you what you're going to be doing and how it all works all the way through. And it just teaches you everything that the employers would like someone to know that's coming onto their site as a new starter. It shows you how the development mining works with the jumbo, what the heading is, how it all goes. And it just goes into great detail about how it all works. And if we go over to the nipper and other important duties, that one does exactly the same thing. It goes into information that people struggle to retain when they first learn it on site. One of the big problems that the employers have is, unfortunately, they run through a lot of new starters. The average is 2 in 5 make it, 3 in 5 fail in the first 6 months. And one of the big reasons is they hit you with a wall of information when you first start, and a lot of people just can't grasp it all at the one time. And what am I talking about with information? If we go into general information, and it's from cap lamp signals to refuge chambers, pooled water, signage, tagging and isolation, stench gas, self-rescuers, fires and gases underground. It's all stuff that you've got to be taught and you've got to know so you can operate safely underground. Now, if you can show up to an employer doing that, then you're a long way there to getting the job. And lots of people use this training to launch their hard rock underground careers. We tell everybody, don't just wait for the entry-level jobs to come up. Once you've done the training, you should be applying to every job that comes up as a truck driver, a nipper or an offsider, no matter how much experience it asks for. Because the reality of the situation is that there isn't a lot of experience around, so most of these employers have got no choice but to hire new starters. So if you can present as someone that knows how their hard rock underground mine works, it puts you in front of everybody else. That BHP ad that we looked at before is a good example. How many people do you reckon are going to apply for that? You know, in today's current circumstances, I'd say there'd probably be 10,000 plus. And so how do they go through it? If nobody's got any experience, but if you can show them that you know how a hard rock underground mine works already, then you're going to stand out from the crowd. Now, a lot of people have questions about how to get in, and so we did this Best Shot series answering a lot of standard questions a while ago, and you can find that on the YouTube channel, on the playlist, and it goes into a lot of stuff that people just ask. So it talks about tickets and why miners get paid so much, and why there are no formal qualifications, and why all the hard rock underground mining jobs have to be filled with Australians. It's because they're all classed as unskilled labour. They can't bring anybody from overseas. All the crew jobs that pay all the money have to be filled by Australian citizens or permanent residents only, which is an interesting fact. But as you can see, it goes into great detail, teaches you how to do your resume. This is meant to pair up with the DIY package that they've got. So if you sign up for DIY, you can use these videos to help you along with doing your resume and all that sort of stuff. And it just answers a lot of questions that people have about trying to get into the industry. The best way in is to show them you know how it works. If you can show the employer that you've got your mining knowledge up to speed, they'll grab you with both hands. But it's important to make sure that you study. The training's been around for a while now, so the employers have been able to get their head around it, and people that study and have a good grasp of the information, they stick out. But people that half-ass it and don't study, they also stick out. So if you get asked, you know, what are you going to do if a rock slides down your scaling bar? You can't be, I know this one. It's got to be straight away, I'm going to drop the bar, or I'm going to drop the bar and retreat out of the area, or whatever answer that you want to give. But it has to be like that to impress. If you find yourself umming and ahhing in the interviews, then you're probably not going to get the job. It's just one of those facts. So all the information's there. It's just a matter of going through it. I always suggest that people go through the training 3 or 4 times before they start sending their resume around. Lots of people have gotten results. I got a text message from someone that did DIY in middle of November that just picked themselves up an underground truck driving job in Queensland. I didn't even talk to the person. They just bought it and followed the instructions and sent me a text message saying thank you very much. And you know, those are the best stories that we can have, because that's showing the system works. If you can show the employer that you know how it all works, then you really do have something to offer them. So I hope you find that information helpful, and if you're looking to get into the mining industry, then there's definitely a place to go in hard rock underground. There's lots of demand for new starters. It's not just here in WA or in Queensland. They're looking for people in New South Wales, South Australia, Northern Territory, Victoria and Tasmania. They're looking for people everywhere, and if you go on to Seek, you can see that. So if you could like and subscribe to the channel, please guys, and share this information around, that would be wonderful. Thank you.